enough is enough. Now, India starts a campaign to teach netas who take tax-paying urban citizens for granted. No roads, no votes.
यह ट्रॉफी रहता है 2 घंटा 3 घंटा ऐसा ट्रॉफी रहता है।
काम पे तो वक्त में पहुंचते नहीं, ट्रॉफी तो हमेशा रहता है भीड़ भाड़।
अच्छा।
और ये टाइम तो हमेशा रहता है, और सुबह के एक टाइम।
इस वक्त में तो काफ़ी करीबन 2-2 घंटे तो लगते हैं, 2-2 तो 2.5 घंटे तो लगते ही है पहुंचने।
Traffic management is not that great and people are stuck in traffic for hours together.
I daily spend 3 hours in just traveling because of the traffic.
रोजाना 1-1, 1.5, 2-2 घंटे में फंस के जाना पड़ता है, रोज परेशान होकर जाना पड़ता है।
ये जाम के लिए आप प्लीज़ कोई मैसेज गवर्नमेंट तक पहुंचाओ, ताकि जो लोग जिन्होंने जहां जाना है वो ऑन टाइम पहुंच सके। सारा सिस्टम खराब कर रखा है।
Mirror now asks, what is the government doing with the crores of taxes it collects from us? Why do governments repeatedly fail to deliver basic infrastructure for its citizens? Let's debate.
And here's the interesting part. For the citizens of Mumbai, Thane or, Vashi, Navi Mumbai, there's a BJP government in the state. Citizens of Bangalore, there's a Congress JDS government. Citizens of Delhi, there's an Aam Aadmi Party government. So why is it that despite having different governments from opposing political parties, the situation on the ground is largely the same? Some cities have terrible state of roads and potholes. Other cities like Delhi, for example, is just bad planning where roads get completely choked up. But we have to ask ourselves this. 3 hours spent on the road every day. Is it fair? Is it worth it? And don't our politicians have anything to answer for? So here's what we're doing. We have representatives of the governments of Bangalore, Delhi and Mumbai with us on the show. All you have to do is pick up the phone and make a phone call. We're asking for accountability today for those people in urban India who pay maximum taxes and who deserve accountability. Now, we're not saying that the situation is any better in Hyderabad or Chennai or Pune. Pick up the phone and call us if you feel that these cities are just as bad. The reason why we've picked Bangalore, Mumbai and Delhi is because this is where we get the most number of complaints from. We figured out that this is where we should start. But this should be ideally a nationwide campaign for better accountability in our cities. Joining me on the show, Aishwarya Mahadev, spokesperson of the Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee. Now, not only is the Congress in Karnataka as an ally of the state government, it is also in charge of the BBMP that runs the city. Subhash Chand Agarwal is an RTI activist. Brinda Adige is an activist in Bangalore who tackles the problems of roads as well as human rights. Shakil Ahmed is an RTI activist. Niranjan Shetty, spokesperson of the BJP in Maharashtra. And we'll also have Sanjeev Nigam, leader with the Aam Aadmi Party, who will join us in Noida shortly. Maybe he's stuck in traffic. Let me start first with Mr. Niranjan Shetty. Mr. Shetty, no votes, no roads, no votes is a campaign that started between Thane and Mumbai because the people got so sick of the kind of treatment they were receiving from the government that they were no longer willing to vote. What is the state government's response to that?
First, you need to understand the density and the population of the Mumbai as well as Maharashtra. Now, apart from that, now if you ask me that suddenly these people are asking for a good road, of course their demand is appropriate.
Suddenly?
I am saying it's appropriate. Hear me out.
Okay.
No,
All
it's
right,
appropriate.
Okay.
But having our government just 4 years back into the position and taking the helms from the previous government, the responsibility of all those roads was initially with them. They had tendered and they have a defect liability period, which needs to be understood by the panel before accusing anybody. I don't want to make any political statement or blame anybody, but simultaneously what I would like to request all the panelists, before accusing anybody, you need to understand this, what exactly is on ground.
All right. Sunaina is on the phone line from Mumbai. Our phone lines are already ringing. Sunaina, Mr. Niranjan Shetty represents the BJP Maharashtra. Go ahead. What would you like to say?
Hi, Faye.
Hi, good evening.
I have to say that I'm a senior citizen and I have to commute. Still, I'm working. I commute from here to Andheri and back. On the highway, we find that the journey is just doubled by the time. There are 6 to 7 nakabandis. It is impossible to travel like this. We take 2 hours to go and 2 hours to come back. I live in South Bombay. And it's like virtually you feel you're traveling to Dubai and back.
It doesn't feel like Dubai, though.
And Mr. Shetty is just passing on the buck without taking the name of Congress or whatever and saying that, please listen to me.
I haven't taken anybody's name.
All politicians.
I haven't taken anybody's name.
So when you say, Mr. Shetty, that this is not this government, it's the previous government, which government are you referring to?
No, when I said, of course it carries forward. Now the responsibility of making or giving a good road to the citizen is a responsibility of any government that comes to power. Now, as rightly she said, she takes almost 2 hours. So what is this government of mine is trying to do? We are trying to create alternative mode of transportation other than the roads. Now it is not easy to make all this road as expected by the citizens at very short time. So we are creating elevated railways, we are creating metros, we are creating roadways.
So here's
These
my
are
question.
all other modes of transportation which the previous government did not even think to give to the citizens.
So you're looking right now. First of all, that's not true. A lot of the projects you're referring to were started by previous governments. Let's be completely honest here, Mr. Niranjan Shetty. Look at the visual on your screen. Look at the visual on your screen. Now you are talking about an alternate mode of transportation that will take a minimum of 10 years to finish. But here is a road that needs a little bit of tarring. Why can't this be done? Also, my second rebuttal, one second, my second rebuttal is, if you're going to tell me that it is the previous government, the previous state government, what about the BMC that has been run by your ally, the Shiv Sena, and yourself for the last 20 odd years? Who are you going to blame that on?
Exactly said, it has a defect liability period, which we cannot turn down. Whichever governments come, whichever government comes, it has to continue with the previous defect liability period that was been awarded to such contractors. And it is our government which came to power, send them immediately to the jails.
न्यू रोड्स के लिए आएगा, जो न्यू रोड बनेगा जो है, लेकिन जो रोड पे पैथोल है वहां पे आप फिलिंग क्यों नहीं कर रहे हैं? फिलिंग करने के लिए कि आपको इतना टाइम लग रहा है? मुंबई में जैसा आप देखेंगे कि अगर आप देखेंगे आपके मिनिस्ट्री रोड ट्रांसपोर्ट डिपार्टमेंट का जो डेथ हुई है 2013 से लेके 2016 तक जो है कुल 11,000 से ज्यादा जो है डेथ हुई है, जिसमें जो है यूपी फर्स्ट नंबर पर, महाराष्ट्र सेकंड नंबर पे है। 1410 मौतें हुई है सिर्फ खड्डे की वजह से। अगर आप देखेंगे 2013 से लेकर 16 तक, तो आप बात करें न्यू जो आप ट्रांसपोर्टेशन करें, लेकिन सर जो खड्डे हैं, जो पॉथहोल है, उसको फिलिंग कब आप करेंगे? अभी सुमन नगर के पास आप जाएंगे, जो नया बना है, वहां पे देखेंगे इतना बड़ा खड्डा है सर, कहीं ना कहीं थाने और मुंबई को कनेक्टिविटी कर रहा है जो है। तो आप कह रहे हैं कि जो है कि आप न्यू रोड बना रहे, सब कुछ दे रहे, प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट ने क्या किया सर? फिलिंग करने में सर कितना टाइम लगता है? सर मैं आपको बजट बताता हूं मुंबई कॉर्पोरेशन का सर,
आरोप कर रहे हैं
1000 करोड़ सर जो रोड डिपार्टमेंट का बजट है, 125 करोड़ सर जो रोड फिलिंग में से मुंबई कॉर्पोरेशन करती है सर, जाता कहां है पेमेंट?
शकील भाई ऐसा है, मुझे बहुत ही खेदपूर्वक कहना पड़ता है कि हर बार मैं वो व्यक्ति हूं जो महानगर पालिका को यहाँ पर रिप्रेजेंट नहीं करने आया हूं, मैं इस राज्य सरकार को रिप्रेजेंट
करने आया हूं। राज्य सरकार की बात कर रहा हूं, राज्य सरकार की अपनी जो मिनिस्टर थे उन्होंने एक ऑर्डर दिया था 15 अगस्त से पहले जो पॉथहोल
सुमन नगर की आप बात कर रहे हो, इट फॉल्स विद इन द ज्यूरिडिक्शन ऑफ द कॉर्पोरेशन।
तो सर यूडी आपके पास है सर, आप एक्शन ले सकते हैं।
ब्लेमिंग एंड जस्ट बिकॉज़ यूडी इज
जनता की
you need to understand that
let's hear the question.
टेंडर का एक प्रोसेस है, देयर आर टेंडर प्रोसेस।
तो इसका मतलब आपके टेंडर प्रोसेस में आप हमें समझाइए, मिस्टर शेट्टी समझाइए, जैसे हम 5 साल के बच्चे हैं, आपके पीडब्ल्यूडी में, आपके स्टेट गवर्नमेंट में रास्ते हैं, वेस्टर्न एक्सप्रेस हाईवे, ईस्टर्न एक्सप्रेस हाईवे, थाने और नवी मुंबई से जितने सारे रोड्स हैं, मेन हाईवेज आपकी स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के अंडर आते हैं। रास्ते की हालत देखिए, आप स्क्रीन पे दिखाए हमें, तो व्हाट इज स्टॉपिंग यू फ्रॉम फिक्सिंग दीज रोड्स? आप हमें समझाइए, आपका ये लायबिलिटी क्या है?
See, now we have another minister who's from our allies, Okay.
Mr. Shinde, you're referring
Yeah,
to.
I'm saying.
You're saying Mr. Shinde is not doing his job.
Never have been my allies party spokesperson has come to your channel and at least had the guts to speak.
नहीं एक मिनट
ऐसा है
तो
दूसरे
Alliance
के-
Mr. Shinde is a minister in Mr. Devendra Fadnavis's cabinet.
I'm going ahead. No, let me
So
complete.
tell me why.
See,
I
we
just
have
want to. I'm
never
asking a very
denied-
simple question.
What
Why
I'm trying
can't the
to say-
potholes be filled?
Who's denying? Now tell me, these are the visuals what you are showing. Is the recent ones?
Yes, today and yesterday, Mr. Shetty. I'm sure this
सर, आप
is this
मेरे
is
साथ
today.
सर घाटकोपर लिंक
ये
रोड पे
अभी
आइए,
अभी
सर, मैं
जो
आपको
हमारे
दिखाता हूँ।
कॉलीग्स गए निकले ऑफिस
फिर
में
से
से
मैं
वो
कह रहा
शूट
हूँ,
करके
now
भेज
you
रहे
are
हैं.
trying to mismatch.
सर
देखो,
एमएमआरडीए
आप
का सर
mislead मत
चेयरमैन
कीजिए
कौन है
viewers
सर?
को.
एमएमआरडीए का सर चेयरमैन कौन है? मैक्सिमम रोड सर जो है मुंबई में सर एमएमआरडीए के अंडर में आते हैं.
शकील साहब, don't
चीफ मिनिस्टर
mislead the
साहब उसके
viewers.
चेयरमैन है सर.
Don't mislead the viewers. जो
सर आप
कॉर्पोरेशन की
हालत देखिए
जिम्मेदारी
सर,
है,
मैं ईस्टर्न
corporation
सबब
की
में रहता हूँ सर, वहां पे आके देखिए सर.
ठीक है, हम एक और फोन कॉल लेते हैं.
कॉर्पोरेशन
एक मिनट,
लेगी.
तो सर,
श्री कुमार
कॉर्पोरेशन
एक
के साथ
मिनट,
alliance
शकील
है,
साहब
सर.
शकील साहब एक
हम
मिनट, एक मिनट,
डेमोक्रेसी में रहते हैं,
एक
हमको
मिनट,
हिटलरशाही में नहीं है.
श्री
हमको प्रोसेस को फॉलो करना
आप
पड़ेगा.
सुन लीजिए. Shri Kumar is on the phone line from Mumbai. Mr. Kumar, go ahead.
Yeah, sir. Actually, 2 days back, my brand new tire broke down apart. It is cost about 7,000 rupees. It's a brand new one, brand new car. And I had delayed to my office almost 1 hour. And I had to change it to new tire. And now it costs almost 7,000 rupees. And I have paid all my road tax, every tax. And this is an extra tax which government is taking. And every year what government says, it is because of heavy rain is happening. Just like it looks like only in India we have, rain. And in UK, every day there is a rain and the roads are good. And why it is happening only for India? And if the government, the state government is that of BJP and the central government is that of BJP, and then we have made them, put them into power to have good roads. And if there is no good roads, as in the US, they say that it is the roads that made America, and we should have the roads to make India. And if the roads are not good, what for we are paying for them? And what for we are giving votes for them?
So
And if they cannot do it, what for we need such a government?
Mr. Shetty.
Mr. Sri Kumar, I agree. I do not disagree what you are saying. But you need to give a time to any government that comes into power. You can't expect sudden things happening on ground. Now you understand the density of the people flowing from one area to another area. During those periods, we can't get things done at that speed. Now whatever expectations are there, you are right as far as the expectations are there. But within a short period, we cannot do certain changes.
So
It
the short
requires
period
time.
you're referring to is 4.5 years.
Now, before that, there were already the contracts which were signed by the previous government.
No, you still haven't explained to me. No, you still haven't explained to
cancel
me.
all those
Yes,
tenders.
I'm saying, let's say you have now come into power with a contract signed by the previous
So you
government.
expect
So
those
now
things-
what can you do? Are you telling me that this government currently cannot do anything? You cannot fix
See,
a
we are
road.
giving-
This road cannot be fixed that we're looking
Who's
at
saying
Kanjur
no,
Marg
but
West.
we are also simultaneously creating other alternative modes
no.
of transportation.
Look at this road,
now,
Mr.
just
Shetty.
blaming and see
Look
you
at this road.
just
Look at it on the
pinpointing
screen.
Now the progress of metro is going on. We are thinking of elevated railways. We are thinking of
हम
waterways.
bullet भी लगाएंगे, तब
all
क्या करेंगे हम लोग?
all alternatives mode of transportation has been considered and all tenders have been given. The process will take its time. I
मर जाएंगे
assure
हम
the
लोग तब
citizens of Mumbai and Maharashtra, having after few years, naturally all this kind of modes of transportation will be so much easy and it will be ease of transportation. You will yourself keep your private vehicle into your garage and travel through this mode of transportation.
So when will this happen? 10 years?
It will,
15 years?
Of course it takes time.
So what do we do till then? काम छोड़ दें हम घर पे बैठे?
See now what I am saying, everything there are, what I am saying, when this kind of macadams and it comes in contact with the water, it has the tendency to get the resurface.
क्या बात कर रहे हो
this is
मिस्टर
what
शेट्टी? आप
happening.
आटे के बनाते हो आप रास्ते?
See what I am saying, that's why I said I am not a contractor basically, but that is the main thing which happens during the rainy season and whatever that, and I am not saying that potholes are not been filled by the state government
One
area.
second, you're refusing to answer my question. When
No,
you
but
say that
see,
there
you
is
need to understand
you have
now
signed
Gholbanda Road-
substandard contracts and you are not willing to get out of those contracts. Are you telling me that the state government cannot exit a contract with a substandard vendor if you chose to? Are you telling me these are good quality roads that we're looking at on the
I am
screen?
not denying
So
the
why
facts
am I
what
having
you are
to put
saying.
up with it?
So see, until and unless, I am not from the government side, I am from the BJP side.
Okay.
I need to understand the factual position on ground. until
So,
and
okay,
unless
so
I
let me ask
understand
you a
what
specific-
exactly,
okay, fine.
see
Let me
whom
ask
does
you a
that road
question to
belong
the
to.
BJP. Let me ask you a
See
question
what-
to the BJP. क्या ये आप स्क्रीन पे देखिए, ये अच्छे दिन लग रहे हैं आपको? आपको हम फिर से वोट क्यों दें? महाराष्ट्र राज्य में बीजेपी को हम फिर से वोट क्यों दें? 4-4.5 साल हो गए हमारे. Why should we vote for you again? Please tell me. Since you're here representing the BJP.
Faye, you need to understand just by pointing out one single road or certain roads. Now we have
Put
been
the
also
map, put the
already
Google map,
connecting
Google
villages
map
to
डाल
the
दीजिए.
highways. You need to understand.
wait.
Our Nitin Gadkari is being on a rampant this thing, constructing
ये-
various
एक मिनट,
numbers of
ये screen
national
देख
highways
लीजिए.
and state
Look at
highways
it,
and
look
all
at
the
it, one
villages
second. Mr.
connected
Shetty,
to
look
the
at the
national
screen.
highways and
Look
the
at the
state
screen.
highways.
Mr. Shetty, look at the screen.
No, but we
This
need,
is BKC
that's what I
to
said,
Malad
you need
today.
to understand under whose jurisdiction that area, that road
BKC
falls.
is MMRDA. Then you take the Western Express Highway, both state government. I've taken a lot of trouble to do.
Generalizing the things would not help. We are concerned. Of course, when I am here, I am also a concerned citizen. I do not travel by air every day from Mumbai to Thane. I also travel by the same
तो आप
road.
frustrate नहीं होते? You're not asking, you're not demanding
But-
from your government a better
no,
job.
see,
what
what
is this?
I-
How can we be okay with this?
But then there are so many other alternative arrangements that
What
has
are
been
these?
made.
So
Now
someone
you
who has
can't-
to go from BKC to Malad, what is the alternative?
So that is what I am saying.
हेलीकॉप्टर थोड़ी है हमारे हाथ में, हम थोड़ी
हम
चीफ
सीवेज
मिनिस्टर
दे
हैं.
रहे हैं ना आपको अल्टरनेटिव. आप वेट
क्या
करिए ना.
सर आप
You
लगेज
wait
सर
for
उससे नहीं
that,
लेके
no.
जाएंगे.
Okay, one
मेट्रो से
second.
ऐसे
एक मिनट,
ट्रक्स आपकी.
आप लोग एक मिनट. So basically what Mr. Niranjan Shetty is saying is that there will be a metro that will be constructed in the next 10 years. Till then, anyone who's working in BKC, wait in your office. Don't go home today. Because obviously if you go home today, this is what the traffic looks like. You will not reach on time. You will reach at 9:30, 10 o'clock. You will be tired. Your children would have already gone to bed. You will not get any time with your family. Before you know it, it will be time to get up and go to office again tomorrow. It's a similar situation. Mr. Niranjan
Can I
Shetty
come
saying
in?
wait for 10 years until the metro is ready. Till then, don't go to office. Quit your job,
What-
stay at
see,
home,
now,
or
Faye, you need-
stay in the office.
You
Right?
tell
What
me
is your
one thing,
solution?
Faye. I would also like to point out one question. Tell me what makes people buy the private cars? Why are people traveling today in the private cars? Because there is no such kind of mode of transportation given by the previous government. And that is what
Sir,
exactly
metro
my
आपका
government
project
is trying to do.
Metro
We are
sir,
trying
आपका
to give us
project
the...
All right, एक मिनट. I
We
have
are
to move
trying
on
to
to
give
others.
the
Okay, fine. So you
alternative
are
to the-
saying metro लेके आ रहे हैं आप. This is the alternative.
There are so
Elevated
many
rails.
elevated railways
All right,
are
people
there,
from
seaways
Mumbai.
are there.
This is people from Mumbai, Thane, Navi Mumbai. This is the solution offered to you. Please call us and let us know what you think of the solution. Mahindra from Bangalore is on the phone line. Mahindra, go ahead, please.
Good evening, Faye.
Good evening.
Just wanted to say, like, whether it is Hyderabad, Bombay, or Bangalore, condition is same everywhere. You tell your government, my government, everything, but people are not fools here to fall into their trap. People are seeing everything. Whatever the government may be, conditions are going to be same. So it has taken around more than 100 years for fighting freedom. The leaders still want some more time to get the things repaired. So I don't understand when it will be repaired, right? And our great-grandfathers, they have fought freedom not to, die on these roads.
Absolutely. Let me take this question to our guests from Bangalore. We have Aishwarya Mahadev, who is the Congress spokesperson, and Brinda Adige, who is the activist. Aishwarya, thank you for joining us. Can you please explain to us why it still takes 3 hours to drive from Whitefield to anywhere else in the city?
Thank you, Faye. First and foremost, I'm not going to make excuses or blame previous governments. You do have to realize that as a citizen myself, I do believe that the condition of a lot of public infrastructure is below par. It is a systemic issue that is caused by two things. One, lack of proper public transport, and second, the sort of overcrowding on a Bangalore that was not meant to grow so exponentially. I know it takes 3 hours from, let's say, Whitefield to the town, and a lot of it has to do with private vehicles. And the other fact of the matter is, whether you like it or not, whether it's the contractors who are not doing their job, or inclement weather where we say rain washing away roads, there is a systemic problem at the end of the day. I believe that the coalition government of the Congress and the JDS now, under the administration of Dr. G. Parmeshwar, has taken several steps to try and correct this. However, the weather also has affected us. We started a campaign called Call us if you spot a pothole where close to thousands of potholes were covered up and then the weather has made it worse. But we're pushing also for far more public transport, from civic initiatives to the government subsidizing, let's say, bus rates and bus passes, and also starting a new line of the metro. We're looking and exploring at alternative options. I don't believe anybody should be staying on the road for more than necessary, and a commute needs to be something that is easy and safe for you more than anything else. However, it is slower, we will admit, but we believe slowly, especially with the sort of civic partnership that we're seeing, that we will get there. And I must applaud, irrespective of party allegiances, I must applaud the campaign that you say no road, no vote, because at the end of it, it is a system of bringing in accountability. And that, obviously, if it's going to strike across the board to whichever political party, if it makes it a poll agenda, then it's absolutely wonderful.
Well, here's my question to you. My rebuttal, Aishwarya Mahadev, is the fact that you said Bangalore was not supposed to grow at the rate that it did. Who gave all of these offices permission to set up in Whitefield? As of the last 3 months, offices have been given permission to open newer and newer facilities in Electronic City, in Whitefield, in Banarghatta Road. Now, isn't it also the job of that same government that is actually handing out those permissions to make sure that there is route for the cars to leave and come back? There is actually a train or a bus service, there is actually a metro service, none of which there is. And we have been raising, I have been raising this problem with the Congress government in Karnataka for the last 2 years to find a solution for Whitefield's traffic problem, and they haven't come up with one. Why?
The problem again, so when I said that Bangalore wasn't supposed to grow that much, is also interior, that we're not equipped to handle the sort of traffic that comes out. Whitefield obviously has developed, it was part of a boom, it still exists to be that, but connectivity is being a problem. I would say at some point there is a lackadaisical attitude of a lot of civic authorities, and with the government now, I believe that especially with the Bangalore Development Authority Minister, they're being far more prudent of late. And obviously, again, that civic activism and journalism to highlight this is great for all of us, because sometimes we also have to travel there and a lot of people have to do this.
Well, you know, Aishwarya, I must hand it to you. You are an excellent spokesperson, but that doesn't change the fact, and the audience must know, that the BBMP, which is the civic body of Bangalore, is also run by the Congress party. And there is a certain level of accountability right now that we deserve. Brinda Adige, are you buying the reasons and the excuses that Aishwarya is offering us at this point as to why Bangalore is such a horrid mess? Brinda Adige, please.
See, one thing we need to keep in mind is, like you pointed out, these permissions for development of whichever area in Bangalore was given by the government, both the municipal government as well as the state government. A. B. I cannot be accepting that we blame the weather conditions for bad roads, knowing that these were the roads that were laid 10 years ago, 5 years ago, and the weather has played whatever havoc. In this age and time of technology, we are still saying that we will continue with that same kind of substandard laying of roads, and there is no way where the contractors as well as the bureaucracy are held responsible. So nobody is pulling up anybody else, and that is unacceptable. We also need to ask this question: why is the 74th Amendment not being put into execution? Why are ward committees not being functional? Why is the citizen not part of this? We cannot deny corruption. We cannot deny the nexus between the elected representatives, the bureaucracy, and the contractors. Nobody is pulled up. And one of the persons pointed out over there that we also travel on the same roads as government officials. Yes, but our taxes take care of your repairs. Not so for me. I pay my taxes. I have to bear the expenses of both the rise in petrol, as well as if my tire goes and my car goes for a 6, as well as my life goes. No compensation has been paid. There is no action taken on anybody. So I, as a citizen of Bangalore, would like 2 rules, or I would like laws to come in. One, to sue and pull up people who are responsible for laying down these roads, and death is caused as a result of that, or there is an accident. Absolutely necessary across India. We want this law. Second, let's also have the a legislation to recall a particular elected representative and pull up a bureaucrat if the job has not been done. It's high time. 72 years, I think this accountability is something very small that we are asking after so many years. Should be there.
Aishwarya, what is your justification for the fact that even the BBMP at this point is run by the Congress party, and in that campaign you promised the citizens of Bangalore a better life? You said if you vote for us and we are both in the state government and in the city government, we'll be able to give you a better city. Where is this better city? Please tell me.
This is not making excuses, but up until the end of 2015-16, there was a massive conflict between the state government and the BBMP, which was handled by the BJP. We believe going forward that the government is looking at various measures, from white topping to even tender shore roads, to make sure that roads do not become unnavigable that they have in a lot of places. The whole rain point that I made was not any excuse, because we believe that roads need to be something that people are able to travel on. However, that the rains did also affect a lot of the work. There has to be a nexus, there has to be coordination, and I completely agree that ward committees and citizen activism and also participation is essential in any sort of administration of a city or not. Going forward, what we have done till date, we believe is something. We're not making excuses of the previous government or the BJP way back before that. We're saying that there is a problem. We're saying that we are looking at alternatives.
No, but you can't make excuses of the previous government because you were the previous government.
Basically,
you can't make excuses for the previous government because you were the previous government.
That, by the logic of what Niranjan Shetty was saying.
But if you are now telling me that there was a problem until 2014 because the BJP controlled the BBMP in Bangalore, the citizens voted for you. And I don't understand why all of these political parties who will now line up and tell us that it is the previous government's fault, it's the previous government's fault. आप लोग ये अपने कैंपेन पे क्यों नहीं बोलते कि अच्छे दिन तभी आएंगे 10-15 साल के बाद, अभी नहीं कर पाएंगे, 4 साल में नहीं हो सकता, 5 साल में नहीं हो सकता, 15 साल लगते, हम ऑल्टरनेटिव ढूंढ के लेके आएंगे. ऐसे कैंपेन बनाइए ना फिर.
I think you should.
अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं कि बदले में अच्छे दिन 15 साल में आएंगे, ऐसे बोलिए ना फिर.
नहीं, let Aishwarya say, no, she was blaming the weather condition. I was also trying to say the same thing.
Okay, so now, basically you are telling me you're basically between the Congress party and the BJP, and this is
very
interesting.
Conveniently, she pointed out of the BJP of the previous government.
And you pointed out the Congress of the previous government. Tell me what is the difference between these two parties? So basically it doesn't matter who we vote for.
I'm saying at the end of it, we had a job, we failed, and we're going to move forward and be positive and give you an
hang on.
outcome.
What 72 years are you talking about?
That is what she's been saying.
72 years में 4 साल अभी इसी गवर्नमेंट चली, उसके पहले वाजपेयी की गवर्नमेंट आप गिनी नहीं रहे हो.
You mean to say कि we didn't give any kind of
you
development?
said for 72 years nothing has happened.
The 55 flyovers are our
which is fair. I'm not denying. You're the one who said that nothing has been done for 72 years.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
How many years of independence are you counting?
You need to understand, whenever our government came into power, we spoke of development. We did development.
Okay, so in that case, citizens should be happy.
We took up the dams. Now
I
don't want to remove the controversy that happened due to the dams. Now there are so many. Mr. Nitin Gadkari has constructed those 55 flyovers.
Nitin Verma is on the phone line from Mumbai. Nitin Verma, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am, I wanted to give it a different angle to it.
Go ahead.
Last year we were expecting a baby.
Yes.
So my wife used to travel on a cab from her office to home and office to home to office. So when usually she was expecting, she used to tell the cab drivers that you drive slowly. We have a lot of potholes. As she was carrying a baby, nothing should happen. So she was taking those precautions. One day what happened, she told the cab driver. And the cab driver in reply told her, Madam, last year मेरे साथ कुछ ऐसा ही केस हुआ था. मैं अपनी वाइफ को हॉस्पिटल तक ले जा रहा था. रास्ते में because of potholes, I was driving it fast because she was in labor. जब मैं लेके जा रहा था, her water bag busted. And वो केस काफी critical हो गया था. So my wife, as she was expecting, she came up into kind of a grief, and she was so much worried about her travel from one place to other that she couldn't get similar kind of problems. And year after year, we were expecting last year, that was monsoons too. This year monsoon, she gets up gets away from her office at around 7:15 and she reaches her home at 9 o'clock. She travels from Thane near Viviana Mall to Vikhroli. See, this is the kind of time she is trying to give to her kid. She comes at 9 o'clock, the kid is ready to sleep at 10 o'clock. So 1.5 hour travel, even though we tell we come by an expressway, there is nothing express. That is full of potholes where traffic gets stuck. There are a lot of, you can say, bottlenecks on the way. People don't, the government is not ready to bother about that.
Do you believe Mr. Nitin Verma, like Niranjan Shetty, is saying that this government is doing their best?
I don't think so, ma'am. I've been staying in Mumbai since last 5 years. Monsoon after monsoon, government after governments, the situation is same. It is same after years and years. People keep on blaming each other. Nothing.
Nothing
People
moves, sir.
blame that Shiv Sena is in power of currently in power for, you can say, this road work.
Yes.
But ultimately they are into power. They can control anything.
It's
Our
possible.
PM
It's possible
our PM
to to control the problem. Harshmukh Desai on the phone line from Pune. Harshmukh Desai, go ahead, please. Mr. Desai, can you hear me? All right, Mr. Desai can't hear me, but let me go across to my guest from Delhi, Sanjeev Nigam. Let me put up for you a Google map of what Delhi looked like today and the traffic that the people in Delhi have to deal with. And God forbid somebody lives in Gurgaon and needs to go from Delhi to Gurgaon or Delhi to Noida, then that person is going to spend 3 hours on the road. Why is that? And why haven't you been able to deliver a better life to the people of Delhi? Sanjeev Nigam from the Aam Aadmi Party.
In more than 20 states in India nowadays, BJP is ruling. So it is a very simple question. Don't ask any question from the BJP. The BJP people
but I'm
are
asking
saying
questions of you.
we will do in 2022.
No, I'm asking questions of the Aam Aadmi Party right now.
आम आदमी पार्टी
मैंने बीजेपी से सवाल पूछ लिए, मैं आपसे सवाल पूछ रही हूँ, आप अभी सवाल के जवाब दे दीजिए ना। दिल्ली में ऐसे हाल क्यों बना रखा है आपने? आप लोगों ने क्या क्या काम किया जब से आप पावर में आए थे?
टेलिंग यू, दिल्ली की क्या है? दिल्ली में दिल्ली स्टेट्स काम करती है, एमसीडी काम करती है। दिल्ली सरकार के अंदर में जितना जो भी कुछ आता है, दिल्ली अपनी लिमिट्स में, दिल्ली अपनी पावर्स में, लिमिटेशंस में, दिल्ली आर डूइंग बेटर। दिल्ली अपनी लिमिटेशंस में बहुत अच्छा कर रही है। यहाँ पर क्या है, 3 एमसीडी है, दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट है, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट है, तीनों के बीच में इस तरीके का चक्रव्यूह ऐसे फंसा करके रखा हुआ है कि आपको उसके रिजल्ट्स नहीं समझ में आ रहे हैं दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट के। दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट के तो इस समय क्या है कि सभी के बीच में पिस ऐसी रही है, ना कोई उनको फुल से एनर्जी से काम करने दे रही है। दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट में आप देखिए,
संजीव जी कुछ ऐसा एक चीज बताइए। संजीव जी एक चीज बताइए जो आम आदमी पार्टी अब तक कर पाई दिल्ली में। कुछ तो होगा, आपने कुछ तो अचीवमेंट की होगी अब तक।
मैं बता तो रहा हूँ
जी, बताइए।
हेल्थ में, एजुकेशन में कितना अचीवमेंट किया है। हेल्थ में आप देखिए जो मोहल्ला क्लिनिक हमारे यहाँ है कि किस तरीके से डेवलप किए गए हैं दिल्ली में। एजुकेशन में किस तरीके का आमूलचूल परिवर्तन किया गया है। एजुकेशन में गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स में
मैंने अभी तक हमारी उपलब्धियां नहीं,
मैडम ने जो पूछा कि आप दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट का एक काम बताइए, जो वो मैं काम की बात बता रहा हूँ।
हमने गैस कनेक्शन नहीं गिना है, हमने सोलर एनर्जी के बारे में नहीं गिना है।
सवाल पूछा,
रोड के बारे में बात हो रही है, रोड के बारे में बात,
जवाब
वो रोड के बारे में पूछ रहे आपको।
एक मिनट आप दोनों शांत हो जाइए। एक मिनट मुझे सुभाष चंद्र अग्रवाल से पूछना है। एक मिनट मिस्टर शेट्टी मिस्टर अग्रवाल, एक मिनट मिस्टर अग्रवाल आप बताइए, दिल्ली के अभी रास्तों पे क्या समस्याएं हैं? And has the Aam Aadmi Party government, Mr. Agarwal, done anything to solve the problems of the Delhi citizens right now? When it comes to, we're solely talking about commuting from point A to point B and the amount of time that each of us have to spend on the road traveling between home and work every day. Mr. Agarwal, please.
I am a totally non-political person and I know situation in Mumbai and Delhi are entirely different. Mumbai is much more disciplined city than Delhi. In Delhi, there is the main problem is of encroachment and squatters. I live in Old Delhi, and in January, when on court orders, that main Netaji Subhash Chandra Marg was cleared from encroachments. There were no traffic jams. There is a Mithai pull built at large cost, and one side of the pull that was totally encroached. Now that encroachment was removed on court orders, but again squatters are coming there. So main problem in Delhi is encroachment, and something is good start is done in Delhi. Skywalk is developed near ITO, and it may open in a month or so. And similar skywalks, if developed throughout the city, will give pedestrians very good relief. And one more problem is there is a very fast movement of traffic in New Delhi area, and pedestrians cannot cross the roads. And if skywalks are developed in more numbers, then problem of pedestrians will be solved. And something should be done at national level also. We should discourage big cars, and we should discourage manufacture of cars.
अग्रवाल जी, सुभाष चंद्र
डीजल कार्स must not be allowed.
क्या आपको लगता है कि आम आदमी पार्टी की जो दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट है, कि उन्होंने कुछ अच्छा किया है दिल्ली के लिए, कुछ अचीवमेंट किया है, कि बस लड़ाई झगड़ने में ही सारा टाइम चला गया?
देखिए, मैंने बताया मैं नॉन पॉलिटिकल पर्सन हूँ, और दिल्ली में मल्टीप्लिसिटी ऑफ अथॉरिटी है. कुछ एमसीडी कवर करता है, वहाँ पे बीजेपी है. कुछ दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट कवर करता है, वहाँ पे आम आदमी पार्टी है. कुछ सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट या न्यू दिल्ली म्यूनिसिपल काउंसिल कवर करती है, वो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट उसे मैनेज करती है. पर ओवरऑल स्काई वॉक इज ए स्मार्ट बिगिनिंग डन बाय द दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट, and I think such smart initiatives will give relief to people of Delhi.
And one signature bridge is also in the
That,
final touch.
see, signature bridge is going on for last so many years.
संजीव
Now it
निगम,
is coming to
दिल्ली के जो बस की जरूरत थी, वो बस कहाँ गए जो आप लोगों ने प्रॉमिस किए थे चुनाव के टाइम पे?
अच्छा, मैं एक बात और आपको बता दूं
जी. मैं
एक बात और बताता हूं कि कुछ डिफेक्ट्स हैं. जैसे क्लस्टर बस सर्विसेज है, वहां पर ड्राइवर्स को इंसेंटिव दिया जाता है फॉर मोर किलोमीटर्स. उसकी वजह से वो ये क्या करते हैं कि वो दे स्किप द नॉर्मल रूट एंड टेक द इजी रूट. दे स्किप दैट दरियागंज एरिया and go towards ring road so that more mileage there. Incentive should be on the ticket money.
Yes, we're going to come back. We're going to come back to Delhi, but we currently have. Yes, I'll come back. I'll come back to you.
And Delhi, one moment. Yes.
I'll come back to you. Rodrigues Edward on the phone line from Bangalore. Mr. Edward, go ahead.
Thank you for having me on the show, Faye.
Yes, go ahead. Please.
I would like to say that the roads in Bangalore are bad for the simple reason that let any government come. The unfortunate thing is that they do a carpet-thin layer which doesn't last for more than a rain. Now, to tell you something that happened to me about 8 years ago, I was doing a construction on one of the roads, and I happened to come across this young contractor. And I asked him, I said, how come you guys are doing just a carpet thing which is not going to last? So he said to me, sir, what to do? This is my ancestral business. And I have to carry on because, this is what my family expects me to do. So I said, but, why do you do this? He said, what to do? We have to pay down the line. And if we have to pay 50% down the line, how do we do a road? And then we have to also pay money to what you call the...
So your point, Edward, is...
The point is that is where the problem lies.
Right. The problem is with this system. The problem is with this system. We also have Debashish Nagpal on the phone line from Mumbai. Debashish, go ahead.
Hi, good evening. Good evening to all. I travel from Malad to Worli or from Malad to Airoli. It's about 30 kilometers odd. It takes 3.5 hours one way.
Yes.
So I work for 9 hours. I commute 9 hours per day up and down. I have one solution for this. I don't know if it's possible to implement. Shift all your corporators, ministers, MLAs to suburbs. Let them travel by road to the parliament and back. That's the only way they can understand the pain, and they can do something.
But you know, Mr. Akpal, they already live in the suburbs and they're willing to take that pain, because making and remaking and making bad roads and fixing bad roads in perpetuity means a constant stream of money, and that constant stream of money then makes everything okay. Isn't that true, Mr. Shetty?
No, this what is the same allegation that was levelled by none other than Kirit Somaiya himself about the Mumbai Municipal Corporation. We have been alleging that the same thing about the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, and now this gentleman, Mr. Agarwal, also
alleging
mentioned
about the Mumbai Municipal Corporation.
Of course.
आप ही का तो है Mumbai Municipal Corporation.
Hey, I think I need not remind you again and again
That
that
it's the
we are
Shiv Sena.
no more in power sharing with the Shiv Sena.
But you are in the
Whatever
state.
responsibility, see, you cannot be so convenient to discuss that all those things that are been happening, it is happened during our government.
No.
We need
no,
to.
Okay.
you
So
need
we'll
to give us
suspend the
time.
conversation about the roads
No.
for a second.
Now
Just
let me
understand.
speak-
Explain to
let
me.
me speak
No,
about Mr.
explain to me
Agarwal.
the
We are
allies.
giving you
You
an
are
alternative.
allies in this BMC. You are currently accusing your ally of corruption, where you promised to be the watchdog. Set that aside. You believe that the Shiv Sena is corrupt.
Aren't we giving an alternative?
You're saying.
Aren't we
One
giving
second.
an
Let me
alternative?
finish answering my question.
Yeah.
So you are saying that the Shiv Sena is corrupt, but you are willing to be partners with the Shiv Sena and the state government.
Who's saying? We have never given them any this thing. They are willing on their own. They have joined with us.
And you
It's
have no
not-
say in this. On their own, they have joined, but you are saying you are a corrupt person. You are sitting next to me.
Who's
You
saying?
can't say anything.
I think
Why don't you accept
let's
that the
discuss
Fadnavis
on
government
issue.
needs the Shiv Sena?
Let's not deviate from the issue.
Because you are giving us answers that don't count, Mr. Shetty.
No, let me complete. No, that's what I'm saying. Mr. Agarwal mentioned about Delhi. What he said, he needs to crop and cap the vehicles. That is the basic difference between our thinking. What we are trying to do is we are trying to give an alternatives. We are trying to create all those alternatives so that people can travel.
Give me a deadline.
We are giving.
Mr. Shetty, give me a commitment and a deadline for the city of Mumbai.
See, I am not in the government to give a deadline. You need to understand I am a spokesperson of BJP. Though my government is there, but the government person
will not answer
who's
any
from
questions from
Of
us.
course, I cannot. See, I do not.
Nobody from the
I do
government
not
answers
understand the
questions.
day-to-day functioning.
Mr. Eknath
But what
Shinde
I can
answers
assure
questions, but you are telling me Mr.
Now
Eknath
you
Shinde's
tell me, I'll
answers
ask a
don't
simple
count.
question. You debated. You asked the gentleman from AAP. Ask him, when did the concept of Delhi Metro came? आप बताइए ना कब फॉर्म हुआ? It was 3rd May 1995. It was Madan Lal Khurana's initiative who asked Mr. Sridharan to come with this alternative
What
concept.
about the Mumbai Metro? When did the Mumbai Metro start?
Irrespective.
अरे वो आपने गिनेंगे अरे what is this?
मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ ना.
You
may
sir,
not
no,
be
hang
aware.
on. See,
No,
listen,
no,
this is
then
not the
I'll give
point.
you one-
This is
one-
not the
one
point.
another
It's a
example.
very simple
Are you ready
question.
to
1
listen?
second. No, I'm not ready to listen. This
Listen.
is a simple question. We have terrible roads and terrible city planning in all 3 cities, whether it is Delhi, whether it is Mumbai, whether it is Bangalore. The roads have potholes. The bus system or the public transport system is not up to mark, and there are bottlenecks that
What are the
cause.
solutions?
There are bottlenecks that cause 2 to 3 hours of traffic jams. Now, it's very easy to sit here and ask me for solutions, but
No, no,
I
I'm
am not
saying,
an
I'm
urban.
telling, I'll tell you the solution.
Well, you will not even let me finish speaking. What will you tell me a solution? You need to listen to urban planning experts who will tell you how to plan out your bus routes, how to plan out your city, how to actually bring solutions.
You mean to say all now this gentleman, Mr. Agarwal himself appreciated the way the traffic management is of Mumbai, and you mean to say
No.
all this
He said Mumbai
transportation
people
system,
follow the laws.
No, the transportation system which is running in the Mumbai city or other traffic management is not in a perfect manner. Faye, what I would like to say is,
Put
I
up the
wouldn't
map
like to
again.
blame the traffic management
Put up
or
the
the
map again.
BST transport.
I'm
They
no,
have been
nobody is
functioning in a
blaming the
proper manner.
BST or the traffic
only-
management. We are blaming the
only thing-
state government and the BMC. Let me be very, very clear.
No,
We're
see,
blaming the state
accusing,
government,
pointing
the
a finger
MMRDA,
towards
the
any-
PWD and the BMC. That's the map of the city. We are blaming the people in charge, the elected government. We are blaming those
See,
people.
whenever my government came into power, we did whatever
Yes,
we
you
did was the
spoke about
development.
a lot of things, but what
we
did you
gave
achieve?
55 flowers to the Maharashtra, and today our Nitin Gadkari is.
When was this 55 flyover was made?
1995.
What have you made after that?
Were we there in the government?
For the last 4.5 years, Mr.
So
Shetty.
we are doing, there are other alternatives. We are connecting our villages to the national highways and the state highways.
Good. Maybe
you
we can all
check
live in
and
villages
verify
then.
the records. We are giving all weather kind of roads to and connected to the villages.
That's good.
We
Because
are
that
giving
should
Jalyukta Shivar. We are trying to,
encourage the people of Mumbai to move to the villages.
Drought prone areas.
Shakil Ahmed,
There
go
are
ahead.
various works going on of the Maharashtra government.
Shakil
Today
Ahmed.
that's why I am not deviating from the talks that you have been asked me to come here. I am just keeping myself only related
ने जैसा कि इनका हरदम है प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट के ऊपर आरोप लगाना जो है, ये बताएंगे ही नहीं कि अच्छे दिन कब आएंगे जो है मुंबई कस के या फिर महाराष्ट्र के या पूरे इंडिया की जो है। ये बड़ी बड़ी बात तो की है कि हम एक करेंगे वो करेंगे, लेकिन ये रोड होल पैथोल जो है वो फिक्स नहीं कर सकते, तो आगे क्या कर सकते हैं। और जो इन्होंने अल्टरनेटिव ट्रांसपोर्टेशन गिनाया वो सब प्रीवियस गवर्नमेंट्स के थे, जैसे मेट्रो हो गया और भी बहुत सी चीजें हो गई। तो सर आपने क्या किया महाराष्ट्र के लिए, आप बताइए।
आप अभी आरोप कर रहे हो गवर्नमेंट ने
बराबर है,
मेट्रो के बारे में आपको मैं बताता हूँ। देखिए ऐसा है, 90s में जब प्रेम कुमार शर्मा जो यहाँ के हमारे एमएलए थे, उन्होंने विधानसभा के अंदर वहां पर रामराव आदिक वाज अ फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर। Faye, I would like to
मुझे हिस्ट्री नहीं सुनना है, मुझे आज की बात करनी है।
About such kind of railways.
Mr. Shetty,
during that debate, I am telling you, it is on record. You can go and check with
हम लोग आमने सामने बैठे, चिल्लाने से कोई फायदा नहीं है, मुझे सुनाई दे रहा है।
मैं चिल्लाता नहीं, मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ कि you can check the legislative records wherein our MLA had brought to the notice of the then finance minister that such kind of railway needs to be. It is around 90s.
अच्छा, very good.
So that's
the 90s. One second, Mr.
But
Shetty.
hear out the answer of the finance of the then finance
Listen to me,
minister.
Mr. Shetty. I'm not talking about the 90s. I'm talking about 2018.
Is there no accountability of the previous government? Are you not going to ask them anything?
Okay, one second.
So that's what I'm saying.
If you stop talking, let me complete. Okay, one second. Okay, एक मिनट, शांत हो जाइए।
आप अभी ऐसे बात कर रहे हो कि previous government का है, तो इससे प्रूव होता है कि आप कोई you are associated with some party. Otherwise you wouldn't have said.
सर अकरदम कड़वा होता है सर।
Otherwise you wouldn't have spoken.
Just play the responses of the citizens, please, of Mumbai, so Mr. Shetty can hear them.
नहीं, वो भी एसोसिएट होंगे।
सारे सिटीजन्स एसोसिएट होते हैं ना। प्रीवियस
2 घंटा 3 घंटा ऐसा ट्रॉफी देता है।
काम पे तो वक्त में पहुंचते नहीं, ट्रॉफी तो हमेशा रहता है भीड़ भाड़। और ये टाइम तो हमेशा रहता है, और सुबह के एक टाइम।
They have stopped the straight way from Mahalakshmi Bridge. They don't let us go on the Mahalakshmi Bridge, so we can't turn right for Parel. They take us all the way down to Palladium, make us turn from Willingdon Club Racecourse to my house in Parel. I take 1 hour every single day.
इस वक्त में तो काफ़ी करीबन 2-2 घंटे तो लगते हैं, 2-2-2.5 घंटे तो लगते ही है पहुँचने में। मैं तो कल्याण से आता हूँ।
और यहाँ पहुँचने में 2 घंटे लग जाते हैं।
नहीं, यहाँ पहुँचने के लिए तो 2.5 से 3 घंटे लगेंगे कल्याण से।
बहुत डेली रोजाना झेलना पड़ता है और इतनी ट्रैफिक होती है, आदमी खड्डे से भी हैरान है और गवर्नमेंट कुछ करती नहीं है। इसका खड्डे का कुछ हल करे तो अच्छा है।
Well, if governments were working fantastically, citizens should not have been so upset. But my question now is to Aishwarya Mahadev of the Congress in Karnataka. Aishwarya Mahadev, here's my question to you. You said, and I quote, that there is a lot being done for the roads in Bangalore, including white topping and relaying of a lot of roads. Can you give us a deadline before which this work will be done?
Deputy Chief Minister G. Parmeshwar, who also holds the portfolio for Bangalore, said that within 6 months that we will solve the issue. We're not making excuses. We're not going to blame previous governments 5 years or 10 years ago. The fact is there is a map to how we can develop. We've also worked towards arterial roads and also public transport. We believe that in the next 6 months that we can solve this issue to a larger extent.
So here's my question to you. If you believe that this problem could be solved in 6 months, why did you take over 5 years while you were running the Congress government under Mr. Siddaramaiah and did absolutely nothing? If it was a 6-month problem, it could have been solved 10 times over, but you didn't do it. And now under the JDS government, you tell me it's going to take 6 months. Do you know how many people have died in potholes in Bangalore in the last 2 years?
No, what you're alluding to, Faye, what you're alluding to is to say that over the 5 years that we haven't done anything at all. We'd like to believe that we have also developed a lot of the roads from white topping to tender show, and we believe that we're also working. This is an extension of that. We're not saying the past 5 years we haven't worked. We do believe that there's a lot of revamp in the sort of way that tenders and the people that work on the roads, that's something that we need to look into. However, to say that the past 5 years we have not worked at all is patently unfair to us as well. We have worked, we're continuing to work, and we believe in the next 6 months that we're going to fix the pothole situation, as our Deputy Chief Minister has stated. And this is not only the first issue, there are larger systemic issues of public transport and infrastructure as well.
Well, we'll hold you to that promise of 6 months, and I'm going to hold the government to the promise of 6 months. Our reporters are now going to begin to talk to each of these governments and demand deadlines for the problems that we're currently facing on the road. This is where we stand at this point. An hour and a half, 2 hours to reach home after work in any of these big cities, which means simply this, that permissions have been granted to offices without checking for infrastructure. Roads have not been maintained. And during the monsoon, the roads fall apart as if they were made of atta. The weather is not a good enough excuse for the government in Bangalore. Population is not a good enough excuse for the government in Mumbai. The population was here already when you chose to run the election and become the state government. Blaming the central government is not a good enough excuse for the Aam Aadmi Party in Delhi, because it was always there when you decided to run for government and become the government of Delhi. These were challenges that already existed when you decided to take on the job. And suddenly now these challenges have become difficult for you to work with. Too many people in Mumbai, too much rain in Bangalore, too much central government in Delhi. Well, I have news for each of you. The citizens will not forget. And like you keep reminding us, it was the previous government's fault. Remember that previous government got tossed out in the most ungraceful manner for not doing its job. It is the same citizen that will come back to vote one more time. And this time, that citizen will be reviewing you. Anti-incumbency is one of the strongest things to watch out for in any election. And if you don't do your job, that is your biggest enemy. No votes if you give us no roads. At the end of the day, you might be doing a great number of things, but this is what we have to deal with every day. We reach home from office at 9:30, 10 o'clock at night without enough time to spend with our families and with our own children. It is not fair. 70% of the taxes that run this country come from urban India, from the salaried middle class. We demand our due. Give the salaried middle class its due. Either give us public transport that is safe, where we don't get molested, where we don't get masturbated at, we don't have creeps picking our wallets, and we don't run the risk of losing our lives like we do in the Mumbai local. Or give us decent roads. And if you don't give us either, prepare to be knocked out in the next election. And this is a message to all three governments, Bangalore, Delhi and Mumbai. We've got our eye on you. Thanks for watching.